Up next on VideoVoid TV, Avengers Endgame spoiler reaction. Let's watch this grown man try not to cry about fictional comic book characters.
What's up, guys? It's Avengers Day. It's Thursday. It's about 4 o'clock. I'm excited. I'm beyond excited. Obviously, we all are, right? But there is this weird kind of feeling I'm getting, this like melancholy, I don't know, because we also know we're all attending a funeral today. Whew. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
3 hours later.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Holy shit. That was a lot of fucking movie, wasn't it? That was like more movie than I ever movied at one movie. Wow. Okay, so here's what I'm not gonna break this down for you. I'm not gonna walk you through the movie. There's plenty of videos like that. I suggest you watch Kevin Smith, because, well, I love Kevin Smith, and it's just that amount of fucks and holy shits during a Endgame walkthrough is fucking, it's worth it. So, first thing I want to say, I just want to talk about some of the acting, man, because that was second fucking level, third level in this movie. We've known that we have, like, these amazing actors. We got Downey, we got Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Josh Brolin, hell, Gwyneth Paltrow, everybody fucking Paul Rudd takes it to another level. And not just of comedy, I mean, he's got some, Mark Ruffalo, the subtleties, even through that CGI. Wow! Some of those best moments have to be, I think Jeremy Renner is always needed just more to fucking chew on. Because he's like an Oscar actor, you know? Like Brie Larson, except talented. That opening scene was heartbreaking. That confusion, like, have you ever lost a kid or something? Like, it looked like it was just like his brain trying to process. And you know he's got them hawk eyes, so they didn't just run away. He knows pretty quickly some shit happened. Wow. After that, I think this is one of my favorite scenes, period. And I think it really shows the difference between Cap and Tony, which is like, when Tony's all withered up and stuff, and he just like loses it on Cap. Cap's like, "Do you got any coordinates or whatever?" I love Cap. I'm just saying. In that scene, to me, he's like, "Excuse me, could I please? Do you got anything for me? Anything, Tony?" And he's just like, "Hey, guess what? Fuck you, man. You know what? You said you'd be there. Guess who wasn't there? Oh, you know what? We're the Avengers, aren't we? Yeah, we're not the pre-Avengers." He loses his mind. And it rips your heart out. Like, it ripped my heart out. Downey, you got that. You got it, Downey. You got that, and you got it good. Moving on. Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, did it break my heart when she died? More than Tony, even. I love Black Widow. I've always loved the character. Right from Iron Man 2, where you're like, you know, Happy's like, you know, they're throwing your face away, and he throws that punch and she takes him out, and you're just like, yes, more please. Whew. It's not even the death scene. That has nothing to do with it. Real early in the movie, she's clearly leading the Avengers at this point. She's, it's almost like she's the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. And she's just sitting there with that fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And she's barely holding it together. But she still has this wit and humor about her. But it's... every word out of her mouth is like, "Hey, do you want to see a little more of my... I'll just show you how torn my heart is. You want a little more? No, how about this? Yeah. Look at that. Straight through. You can see to the other side." Wow. Wow. Just brilliant. Very brilliant. Scarlett Johansson. The smallest of my applause for you, madame. Mark Ruffalo as Professor Hulk, right? It's dope. I like that they just boop. I don't need to see how he got there. He says it, right? What is it? He says like 8 months in a gamma lab and blah blah blah. He says something, but whatever. I love that we just cut to him and it's like, this is our reality now. Professor Hulk is a thing. He was having so much fun. And then you see like that exuberance in him. And then as soon as he talks about sort of like the fact that he blames himself. I mean, obviously, right? Because he's the Hulk. He's who you call when you need it done, son. And he didn't. And he said, you know, I lost twice. Once as the Hulk and once as Banner. Which means it's like a real personality change. He's definitely much more confident and he's much more of a middle person, a real middle person. Like, he even refers to Banner as Banner, just like the Hulk did. But then, yeah, he talks about when he mentions that he's like, he blames himself. His face just shrinks in the most delicate. That CGI is incredible. Not even because you're looking at it and it's like, oh, that's not CGI. No, it's because you're looking at it and you're like, you're acting. And somehow I'm seeing that. Brolin did it a lot. I mean, Thanos. But Thanos doesn't quip and doesn't change emotions too much. He's kind of in that... I can't even do a Thanos impression, but you know what he's like. He's like that. The Hulk was wonderful. Little flirtation eyes with Nat. Like, moving on. All in all, from beginning to end, the acting in this thing was great. Even Brie Larson was semi-charming for a moment. Seriously. One of my favorite lines in the movie is, small little thing at the end. We see Spidey doing this, you know, Heisman thing, like Black Panther helps him out, and then he gets back in it. And he's knocked up good. Like, he's wrung. And he's there on the ground, and fucking Carol comes down. And she, she looks at him and he looks up at her and she's like, hey, I'm Peter Parker. And of course this is the way I saw it, but like she had this cocky, protectory, almost like when a teenage boy talks, you know, or like you're at a party or something and hanging out with like an older, maybe late 20s girl. And she's almost like, you listen, Tiger. You know, look at you. You're going to be a good one. It felt like this. Hey, Peter Parker. Hey, Peter Parker. Got something for me? And it's like, look at you. Almost charming. Like 70% there. Good job. So we got a movie now with acting that good. And then you're like, all right, well, what's left? Right? Sure, you could have great moments and great performances. But what's the plot? How does it move? Like a fucking Swiss watch. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. It feels... I don't know if... even Infinity War feels longer to me. This is 3 movies. This is like Post-Snap, the movie, or Infinity War Part 2, let's call it. Then it's The Time Heist. Then it's... then Endgame? Then Endgame. Endgame is like the last hour and 10 minutes of the movie. I can't wait to see it again. I'm definitely going to go see it like in the biggest screen possible. I was there that first night, but... actually, my reactions to this fucking movie were pretty bad right when I got out. Because I had this fucking chick next to me on a date and she just wouldn't shut the fuck up. It's how I could tell they were on a date. Like a real one, like a first early one, because he didn't tell her to shut the fuck up. Ugh. I mean, I talk during movies. Oh my god, I can't believe it. But not running fucking commentary. So that colored my viewing. But that's how good it was. Still didn't matter. Be a good fucking patron, please. Please be a good movie theater patron. Don't be a fucking asshole. Let's keep going. The plot, yeah, so it just moves at a pace, slow when it needs to be, humorous and quick, and then epic like for Alan Silvestri, the composer of this and many of the Avengers, I think all of the Avengers movies, out of the park with this one, Papa. Out of the park. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I listened, when I got home, I listened to the music that I guess is called like the Return of the Avengers, or I don't know, I don't remember what the track's called, but it's that piece that plays before and then on your left. It's that piece of music. I just listened to it with a little video. It's just a poster of the movie, and I started crying because I knew exactly when everything was happening. The holy shit. Yo, how did they not fuck this up? Like, how did nothing really get fucked up? I didn't dig Thor, the choice, but then I got over it. Like, I get it. It makes sense. It's not nonsensical. It's just like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. But who gives a fuck what I would have done? I wouldn't have been able to make this movie. The girl power shot, again, and maybe it was because it was a fucking chick next to me talking, but no. I just thought it was very pandering, and I realized afterwards, like, oh, if that's what you... If women fans of Marvel want to be pandered to, cool. Who am I gonna... It's really stupid that... I think, actually, I wouldn't even been bothered if you just took out, like, the last 4. Like, why is Mantis there? She's not really a fighter. So Mantis should have been, like, erased from the back. Gamora and Nebula would have been cool. They're also off to the side. Like, it doesn't look like this fake arrangement of troops that's like, why are you standing in those spots? Like, I would take out, like, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and it would have been less. Really? Ladies, this is what you need? Like, a movie to literally go, oh, and by the way, women, you're worth something. Yeah, of course you're worth something. We've been following these characters for fucking 3 hours. Get the fuck out of here. Many of you have done amazing things already, and some of you aren't here. But again, that didn't bother me. It was just like a eek moment, and then woo! Comedy. Comedy just... I mean, everybody, if you don't like Marvel movies because you think they're too jokey, then you don't like these movies, I guess. Whatever. But they're not too jokey, and this movie doesn't get too jokey. This movie is pretty serious when it needs to be, playful when it needs to be, can change gears between sad, playful, and important and exciting on a dime, like fucking double clutch, fucking granny shift, and I live my life a quarter mile at a time. That's how quick, that's how fast and furious these people figured out how to jump between these emotions. That is one of the biggest accomplishments, I think, in Marvel in general. What else do I want to say before I get to the ending? This movie also finds a way to make older MCU movies better, which is awesome. And I didn't think I didn't know how you could do that. Of course you don't know how to do that. You're a fucking idiot, and your last name's not Russo. And it is funny, right? What 2 movies? I mean, they go to Guardians, yeah. But that's kind of, I think, the Guardians thing, that's directly tied to the plot. You know, directly tied to the plot. Directly tied to the plot. But the other 2 movies they visit is the most iconic Avengers and fucking Thor. Now, I know that's where the stones were. So this is coincidence. This isn't like planning. But fuck it, let's enjoy it anyway. Thor the Dark World becomes more interesting in this movie. I didn't hate that movie. I didn't hate it. I thought it was alright. It was a little like, ugh. But there were so many cool things in it. That moment where Loki turns into Cap, which they show us him doing in the Avengers flashback. But yeah, that truth, justice, you know, that was great. There's a lot of good moments in that movie. But they make the movie more interesting, and when you watch it, you're like, oh, this is when it's happening. I bet you the other Thor's here now, and Rocket just stabbed her in the ass. Like, Natalie Portman just got stabbed in the ass by a fucking raccoon with a syringe. Possibly the strangest sentence I've ever said. Thank you Thank you, Kevin Feige. Thank you, every director, writer, and visual effects artist that's ever worked for any of these movies. Thank you to, I can't remember your name, but the lovely insert name here. She's the casting director for Marvel. Honey, you did your job like a goddamn queen. And I'm sure there's other departments. Costume. Yeah, because not just digital artists, but the costume designers and the... Everybody. You built us a world. Yo, Star Wars can suck your dick and or pussy, whatever the fuck it is you want. They can suck it. They got nothing on you. They got nothing. Nothing. 8 movies took you like, what, 35 years? Really? 22 movies, 11 years, couple of Oscars, and we just had the largest opening weekend in fucking history. Another quick thing that I need to touch upon, because as a sci-fi of all kinds, good, bad, and in between, the time travel in this movie is great. It's not just great, it's unique, which is pretty weird at this point in time in movies and in storytelling. It's pretty unique. It's not like the most original thing, but it's pretty unique. It's explained, I think, very well. And there's some people have a little thing with Cap. I don't think it's a problem at all. My headcanon fixed that pretty quickly. We all know the rules. You know, remove a stone, you get a new thing. Pretty much when things change, boom, a new branch comes off of it. But I think it's actually what the Hulk explains with, like, how can your future affect your today, which will become your past, right? I think the reason why Cap made it to here, like why he could be on that bench even though he went back and changed time, is because he lived to meet back up with his past. So it's a personal thing. Like, because Cap was alive all this time till that day, that is part of our timeline, our MCU timeline, and not a branch, not a splinter. Could he have accidentally made little splinters and branches? Maybe. But, come on. Erase that from your fucking head. What's wrong with you? What are you trying to explain time travel? And now finally, let's talk about the end of this movie. Because the end of this movie was something special. Yes, we get Cap wielding Mjolnir, which is... It was so perfect and so earned and used so well. Like, not only does he, like, wield Mjolnir... not only does he wield Mjolnir... I usually have no trouble saying... Mjolnir. Watch when I say it in a sentence. Not only could Cap wield Mjolnir... I got it that time. Not only could Cap wield Mjolnir, but he fucking rocked with it. Like, boom! Boom, lightning strike! Call it up from the sky! I have the power! Boom, lightning strike, Raiden style, right on Thanos. It was epic as hell. It was epic as all hell. Thor got his badass moment with him. Tony, nicely, right? They kind of knock him out pretty quickly, or at least, you know, like, yeah, knock him unconscious pretty quick so that Cap and Thor get their moment. Then he's up, he gets fucking blah blah blah, but we've already seen Tony whoop ass with him. So Captain Marvel comes down, she's grabbing the gauntlet. I didn't like that they gave her the same shot that they gave Captain America. Nobody's mentioned this in anything I've seen, but that shot, we know that shot. That shot is from, it was in the trailers for Infinity War. It's Cap remarkably, beyond belief, holding back the power of this Titan, who's not using the stones because, well, because he can't, right? We have that rule that he has to close his fist. But also just like, why would he even try? He's a Terran. He's a mere mortal, even though he's a super soldier. And they gave her the same, and it's like, yeah, but we've seen you fly through a fucking ship. Everybody's been telling us that you're the most powerful thing. Not in the movies, but, you know, outside of the movies. Like, it's not, whatever. It was cool, right? Because we finally get a little whoop-ass on Captain Marvel. We finally get a little whoop-ass on Captain Marvel when he grabs the Power Stone, draws back, and just fucking punches her into her next sequel. Like she's in another movie at this point. He puts it back. Tony comes up. There's a cool, I heard like a clanking, and I think that was the gems coming off. Because I did wonder what it was. It sounded like Iron Man's suit when he changes, but it wasn't changing. And we get Thanos and he does a snap, and then Tony, you know, oh, I am inevitable. What? Dope line. Guess what, motherfucker? I am Iron Man. Stoosh. Tony Stark, the man who destroyed the armies of Thanos and Thanos himself with a snap of the fucking finger. That's a good way to go out. I love that he's really fucked up and he doesn't give like a speech or anything. He does later with the little hologram, but that makes sense, right? Previously recorded in case I fucking die. But he just looks so wrecked. Like, we get the wonderful moment with Spider-Man. He comes up and he's just like, you know, Mr. Stark, you know, we won. Aw. Yeah. Gah. All of that. And then Pepper says, Tony. And everybody thinks his last words are, I am Iron Man. No, they're not. His last word is Pepper. When he's Tony, he gutturally, oh my god, this is what I'm talking about, like with the performances in this movie, man. Just incredible. It's guttural. And Downey just goes, Pepper. Oh, fuck, man. And nobody deserved that ending more than Tony Stark. So, battle's over. We get the wonderful funeral scene. I'm a huge Iron Man 3 fan. And I love the fact that kid was there. Took me a few seconds. I'm like, who is? Oh shit, call me the mechanic. Fucking that's that kid. And I think it's the same actor, which is pretty cool. Grew up good, tall and handsome, good. You could be the next Iron Man, son. We get Wanda and Clint taught, you know, I wish that she could know that we won. You know, talking about Black Widow, and you know, Wanda's like, of course, you know, she knows. And then we get Happy. We get Happy on the bench with Morgan, Tony's daughter. And she says something like, I want hamburgers. And that's all. I just needed that, and I knew it right away. Because the second that Tony got out of that cave, when he gets off the airplane, this is the first thing I need a cheeseburger, I need a hamburger. You know, and Happy, which, I mean, to have Jon Favreau there is poetic as fuck. You know, I'll get you all the hamburgers you want. Of course you're gonna get all the hamburgers you want, princess. Fuck. So we move on. We have Hulk, Bucky, Sam, and Cap is gonna go back in time and put back all the stones. Some funny scenes there with, like, that means you have to have seen the Red Skull, right? I'd like to see that little fucking bow on that relationship. He doesn't come back. And then I got the feeling that Bucky knew. because he looks like he knows what's happening. Maybe, I'm not even sure that that Cap told him, but I think as soon as Cap didn't come back in 5 seconds, Bucky went. He stayed for the girl. Of course. And I don't think Bucky wants to be Captain America. I think he's had enough. He's had just as long of a fucking life as Cap. And even worse so that most of it was evil. So Sam goes over. Handsome old man fucking Chris Evans. He's there. He tells him, I decided to stay, blah, blah, blah. We see the wedding ring. And we know. Gives him the shield. Questions about that, because I think we need some super blood in you, Falcon. Cute wings and all, you're great. I love you. And I'm glad that you're the new Captain America. I think if they tried to shoehorn him in, it would have sucked. Because Falcon did, I guess, eventually, more recently become the replacement for Captain America. But these movies built it up. And Winter Soldier built a very strong relationship between him and Cap. You know, On Your Left is really touching when it happens. And then we cut away, and it's clearly like the 50s, maybe the 60s, and Kiss Me Once or Kiss Me Twice is playing. And we know, because we remember that scene.
A week next Saturday at the Stork Club.
Got it.
8 o'clock on the dot. Don't you dare be late. Understood?
You know, I still don't know how to dance.
I'll show you how. Just be there.
Hey, that was great. That was beautiful. I'm gonna try to stop crying right now. This movie was incredible. If you can sit through these movies and not fall in love with them or not see how amazing they are, this isn't Star Wars, bro. Suck my dick. This was special. I've heard a lot of people say, I don't know if we're going to see this again. Maybe not in our lifetime. That's very possible. But it is, you know, man, great stories are being told all the time. But this is the greatest story. This is the greatest story that has been told through the medium of film in the history of pictures moving really fast so that they look like they're moving. I'm sure you guys feel the same. You got any comments? Like, subscribe. I'm gonna be doing several videos on this. I'm gonna do some of my favorite lines. It's 3 hours of movie. YouTube's gonna be milking this shit for the next 2-3 months. And then in a year, we're just gonna make videos like, hey, remember Endgame? Remember when that happened? That was great, wasn't it? Guys, peace. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to VideoVoid TV. Wow. Peace.